Welcome back, UW alumni and friends. Keener Fry here. Our second edition of the Cowboy Alumni Pregame Pep Talks is brought to you by Black Hills Energy, the UW Store, and Premier Bone and Joint Centers. We are here to get you fired up with an exciting pregame pep talk featuring former great, legend, and outstanding wide receiver for the Cowboys, Ryan Yarborough. On Friday, October 30th, the Cowboys return to War Memorial Stadium for the 2020 home opener against the 1-0 Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. The Cowboys are coming off a hard-fought overtime loss to Nevada, 37-34 last Saturday, and Hawaii enters Laramie, Wyoming this week after defeating Fresno State 34-19. This game will be the 25th in the series between the Cowboys and Hawaii. I tell you, I am really excited today to be joined by really a legend for the Cowboys, Ryan Yarborough. He was a fantastic wide receiver for the Cowboys in the early 90s and actually led the nation in receiving yards in 1992 and 93 for the whole NCAA football. And so, Ryan, man, what a pleasure to have you here today and share a little bit about your Cowboy career, some things you've done since, and the like. So, Ryan, give us a recap of when you were at UW, who the coaches you played for, and a little preliminary there.
Thanks for all those great accolades, Keener, and thanks for having me on, first of all, so I can speak to the Cowboy Nation and go Pokes. To answer your first question, I initially was recruited by the great Paul Roach, okay? And a little history about that, he recruited my uncle as well. My uncle played at the University of Wisconsin when Coach Roach was on his staff back then. So he already knew a little bit about the Yarboroughs. Okay. And then when Coach Roach, back in those days, they had the athletic director and the head coach. And when he stepped down from the head coaching position, Coach Joe Tiller came in. And I was with Coach Tiller for my last 3 years, okay? And Coach Tiller was a great guy, rest his soul right now. He was definitely a technician and helped take my game to another level.
Briefly describe a little bit about your pro career and then what you've done since, man.
Yeah. Well, after my career was over at Wyoming, I went on to play I was drafted by the New York Jets in the second round. And I was with them for a few years, and then I also played with the Baltimore Ravens for a few years. Once I finished playing, I got into financial services. Then I got into coaching because I like being in the community, to say the least. Mm-hmm. And now I'm, as far as the community and as far as with everything that's going on with the COVID and everything like that, I completed a book at the end of 19, at the end of last year, called Believe So You Can Achieve. Because what has always been important to me is mindset. Like I said, I'm originally from Chicago, so it was a major transition for me to go to Wyoming and to be able to be successful in Wyoming. And all that started upstairs in my head. And I believe it doesn't matter what age you are, teenager, 20s, 30s, all the way up to 70s, 80s, we can always work on our mind and our mindset so we can be the best person that we can be.
Oh, I look forward to reading that then. That sounds great. Well, Ryan, let's reflect back to your playing days at UW. What's one or two just most special memories that you had from your playing days?
As we were talking a little earlier, I have a lot of them, but my main two would always be my first touchdown. It was a game winner against San Diego State, wound up being the game winning touchdown.
Right.
And once again, San Diego State, when we won our championship my senior year at San Diego State, we had it all the way to the fourth down. And to say the least, we came up big. My buddy Steve Hendricks made a great play on Darnay Scott, well, actually third down and fourth down. So we came away with the championship. So those are my two greatest moments just off the top of my head.
Oh, that's great. Well, I tell you, this week the Cowboys are playing Hawaii. And looking back through the record books, Ryan, you 8 receptions, 2 touchdowns, and 167 yards against Hawaii in 1993 in War Memorial Stadium. I hope we have some guys that can show up like that this week. But you actually said as we were talking before that you remembered that game, and we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
to the Rainbows then.
Yeah, because I definitely remembered that game for a couple of reasons. The year before, well, I never won at Hawaii. Okay, every time we used to go to Hawaii, they used to give it to us pretty good. And Hawaii had won conference the year before, so they were coming off like a 10-1 record. They were doing very well, but they don't play as well off their main island, okay, which is in Honolulu. So we had some get back for them. And at that particular time when we played Hawaii, we were rolling pretty good because we lost our first game against Oregon State, and then we went on a 7-game run throughout the conference. And Hawaii, now you're giving me those numbers. Now, I tell you, I remember some things. I didn't look or anything like that, but now it's coming back to me. I don't know if we win that game 48-10, something like that. I think,
yes.
We put it on them pretty good. See, yeah. So we put it on them pretty good, and like I said, just like right now, I know the guys, the Cowboys, they didn't lose at home last year, and we have to take advantage of that because when everyone asks me about Wyoming, I say the first thing you're gonna see when you walk in the stadium is welcome to 7,220 feet. So
right.
that's a major obstacle in itself right there, mental obstacle.
That's right. Well, what final word of encouragement would you give to the Cowboys as they take the field on October 30th against Hawaii?
Cowboys, when you're listening to me, man, just keep rooting, tooting, okay, and continuing to believe in each other, because there's no way, no how that Hawaii is going to come in on opening day of the War Memorial and do anything against us. But you got to believe so you can achieve. That's my message.
Ryan, that is awesome, man. What a privilege to get to spend with you. I look forward to spending more time when we can get back to Houston. We usually travel there in February every year, so we'll look you up, man. And Thanks again. I really appreciate it.
All right. Go Cowboys.
The UWAA wants to celebrate with you wherever you are watching the Cowboys play. Take a photo or video of your Cowboy football celebration using the hashtag #PokesAtHome and tag the UW Alumni Association for a chance to win a $100 gift card to the University of Wyoming store. We will choose the most spirited submission and will contact you if you are the winner. The game will air Friday night, October 30th on Fox Sports 1 at 7:45 p.m. You can also listen to the radio on your favorite Wyoming radio station on the Cowboy Sports Network. Thank you again to our sponsors, Black Hills Energy, Premier Bone and Joint Centers, and the University of Wyoming store. Go Cowboys!
He always sings, like music to the Cadillac swings, back and forward in the salon. Horse, pretty horse, gotta sing the baby gator, and all you need is just the roar. It's the how it runs, yes, right. When the gator used to come, cause the Western folks all know he's a ragtime cowboy, how about you, cowboy, ragtime cowboy.